being knocked out, regaining consciousness, stumbling his way through the dark, all while on an untold amount of harrowing. That's the only word Cameron feels is appropriate for harrowing. The world is more dreamlike than his dream. This combination of fumbling through a series
Alright, yeah,
after
your mic is cutting out so heavily right now.
Randall's.
You're back from our break whenever you're ready, Hannah.
Okay. This combination of disorienting factors leaves Cameron fumbling through a series of events immediately after he the old bear. Brian grabbed his paw, and suddenly they are moving swiftly through the desert before Cameron is pulled into a place that's cold and dark, lit up dimly by an old electric lantern, its handle hanging from the barrel of Brian's shotgun. If Cameron thought that his perception of time was fucked on weed, now it's twisted over on itself. He's exhausted, having not eaten a proper meal in well over a day, and his throat is so dry, he thinks he might be willing to drink Brian's drugged water. Each time Brian goes around a bend where his bulk obscures it, the lantern's light disappears, leaves Cameron in dark. Each time that happens, brilliant red arcs crowd his vision. Who's in darkness?
Actually, I want to go back real quick here, because I just realized we could probably actually figure out what date this is happening on, because, looking at that, that's a full moon, and we know this was late February, early March.
Yeah.
2020, right?
On my way on Google to find the dates. Okay.
Actually, it would be March because the bar
didn't
is already closed.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
started closing in March. They didn't start.
So
closing
it would have to
February.
be after stay in March.
Yeah, no, actually, this makes a lot of sense. This is going on during a supermoon as well. This is March 9th.
Yeah, March. Some said March 8th and or 9th.
Yeah.
With March 9th being a supermoon as of what they reported.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume the bar wouldn't have been closed then, but
Unless if they're just using the moon for the more full moon from dramatic effect in this scene.
yeah, because I know like our bars, they didn't close until after St. Patrick, and St. Patrick's Day was there. Cheers.
Oh,
and then they were all closed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and this is actually kind of amazing looking at what I have in here, because my phone still has what I was doing the week and then this story was taking place, because this would have been March 7th that they got there, which would have been a Saturday. Then they were going to try and leave on Sunday, only for Duke to have fucked up their car, and that's when he decided to try and go to a bar, was on a Sunday night.
I mean, respectable.
I mean, we've definitely
Oh, so many times.
Oh,
not
yeah,
like. Yeah.
I know that there's some like counties and everything like that like you can't go to places that serve alcohol on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems that they're not in that type of a county at least. And yeah, the reason why I point this out is I'm looking at this and I'm seeing what I did on March 8th according to this, and it was go to the theater and watch the movie Onward with my parents. So I'm like, oh, literally, if this was like taking place in the real world while I was watching Onward, poor fucking Cameron was being drugged after having gotten choked out in the woods. So
Yeah, and I can't remember if we went to like a restaurant or something, or it's like I don't remember if it was that particular day, but at least things were starting to shut down. Like basically the 2 days before we knew the shutdown was going to happen. We're like, well,
Mm-hmm.
let's go to some restaurants, some local restaurants that we want to support. They're not going to be able to do this again for a while.
Yeah, because that was like the week before everything started going down. Because, yeah, no, it closed down during that week. Because that would have been March 8th, and then things shut down fully for us, I want to say, by March 11th, because that's when we got the email saying, yes, we're not coming back to school after spring break.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I very specifically remember Friday the 13th was the last day of school.
That was during our spring break.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for me, we were like, okay, so we're gonna go on break from school for about a week, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. And then as the second day of going virtual, it
They're
was
like, I never.
well, so about that is now indefinite.
Yep.
About
As I
that,
said,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what was really rough for us was, for especially the students, they were like, okay, now you can go home, just go for regular spring break and everything. All right, so yeah, it turns out you're not allowed to come back onto campus.
And all their stuff was just stuck on campus. So
Yeah, so
like,
if they left something behind, they couldn't get it.
and like, you usually don't like, let's say, I guess if you had something home, but like a gaming system, you're like, oh, I'm just going home.
Mm-hmm. By the way, DJ, you're cutting out really heavily.
That's because I'm I'm in front of the mic. Let's assume you have like a gaming system or whatever, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'll leave that on campus because I'm coming back in a week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about the food?
I think
If you left some...
I was allowed to go back on campus. I just wasn't allowed to walk around campus.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure most of the people who still had stuff were able to go get it back.
Okay.
In their dorms and stuff, but or you had the choice of just staying in your dorm indefinitely, and then also do school.
I did know there were some students who got to live on campus during it, but they were heavily separated from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Either way. Well, now we know when this story takes place definitively. March 7th, 8th, and now we're getting into the morning of the 9th, which would be a Monday. They probably planned to be there just for the weekend.
I hate
Yeah. Who's in darkness? He does get a new sprite.
Oh, my boy, my poor boy, and I can even see the missing tooth.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the new sprites, not about what happened to my boy.
Snaggle twofer, no.
No. What's sad is part of my brain's looking at him going he's still so cute and fluffy.
He still has that charming smile.
Yeah, look at the poor guy.
Yeah.
I'm in the darkness.
Everything is in darkness.
No, just me.
Stop fighting it. It'll only make it worse.
Cameron is surprised by the bear's sudden appearance.
They gave him a whole slew of different new sprites. Where am I?
Brian sighs heavily again.
Doesn't matter.
But...
Cameron crumbles as something jabs him hard in the sternum, twisting in on himself, feeling a black hole open in his chest. It sucks the rest of his body and attention into it as the canine curls up on the hard dirt floor, whining and grunting. Finally, air returns to his lungs, and as it does, he hears a snorting sound again. After a while, Cameron looks up from his position on the ground, see Brian on his knees, peering to smell the stock shotgun. Then Cameron notices the white powder, and he understands what's happening. Cameron hears a familiar voice, one that he's sure he's hearing and not imagining.
Oh, this was Cameron's ex, the one that was really shitty to him.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't think he would get lines. Cause yeah,
I
this is.
know-
You remember how Cameron has like that scar over his eye? Dylan gave it to him.
Oh.
Who wants to be Cameron's shitty ex?
Hannah's looking at me like, wouldn't it be cool for his boyfriend and his shitty boyfriend?
I could be the shitty ex.
All right, you can be Dylan.
Yay!
I mean,
Don't-
I kind of wanted to volunteer, but also I don't know.
You guys are like, make us a shitty ex. This will be fun.
I just wanted some voice like character, okay?
I mean, look. Well, Matt, are you okay if Fane voices Dylan then?
No, it's okay. I was gonna give it anyways because
okay.
it's kind of awkward because I'm at my brother's apartment. I'm like,
Okay, yeah, because I'm gonna let you know he's probably gonna say some really heinous things. Like, right now, he's teaching Cameron how to use fucking cocaine. So, this is gonna get awkward real quick.
Don't snort it. You're trying to coat your nasal cavity, not your fucking lungs.
That's how my friends did it.
Then your friends are fucking idiots.
Brian looks up from his disappearing line of bath salts.
Oh, it wasn't cocaine. Okay.
Who are you talking to?
Cameron quietly tries to hush Dylan, but Brian already heard them. On top of that, Brian doesn't seem angry or upset, but his continued stare demands an answer.
His name's Dylan. He's my ex. Sorry, we don't get along well.
You getting some third man syndrome? Whenever I get real fucked up on too many drugs for too long, a person always shows up. I end up having a conversation with them and everything.
Brian readjusts the way he's holding his lantern and gun and grabs Cameron's arm with the other.
I hear it happens to people in survival situations too. Anyway, I'm always too delirious to remember who the third man is.
Yeah.
Cameron can't understand how Dylan isn't real, but this nightmare bear apparently is. Is he being tricked?
Alright, here's the deal. I'll stop hitting you as long as you're smiling. Got it?
Huh?
Brian clenches his fist meaningfully. Cameron winces, then quickly stretches his mouth into a huge smile, even though it hurts to the point that tears well up in his eyes.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were talking about what you were talking about for a second. I remember now.
Sure you do. Pathetic squeak.
Brian continues to inspect Cameron as the coyote remains quiet, keeping a smile plastered on his face. This experience is too much.
I'm also realizing that they've added like a little bit of extra lines on Cameron's eyes to show that this is very much a forced smile. Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
The detail.
Mm. All
poor
of this,
guy.
it's too much. He just wants it to stop, and he'll do whatever the bear the source of his torment, once if it prevents him from being hurt again.
Guess I did bust your chops pretty good, huh?
Cameron flinches as the bear grabs his badly aching muzzle in one giant paw.
Wait, please don't. Ah!
Cameron cringes hard, but tries his best to hold still.
Yep, broke your tooth too. Swelling up a bit. But you're cuter with your face all messed up like that. Too bad it's gonna look real ugly by tomorrow morning. Not it'll matter.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
It's just hard to look at you now, with that stupid scar.
Brian lets go and grabs his shoulder instead, at the same time glancing at the shirt.
You from Bridgetown, Timber City? Or did you pick up that from the Goodwill? I always say when you're shopping at Goodwill, never pick up the clothes that have anything to do with the place. Fuck. Just for a few years back, I took a Weston sweatshirt from a Salvation Army and...
Cameron follows along silently. Meanwhile, the third presence has shifted into something a bit more familiar. Brian's getting chatty again.
Yeah, you're cutting out. I only got chatty again.
Brian's getting chatty again from the second dose he took.
God damn it.
Oh,
Of course
2020.
Brian's a fucking
2020.
conservative.
Anyway, I hear the city's overrun with Antifa and all that. A true liberal hellscape if there ever was one.
Isn't I'm guessing? I'm guessing this is either Portland or something else.
Well, so Cameron is from, like, Seattle and everything.
Seattle. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
that
what's the
that makes
equivalent of
sense for
Seattle in
that.
this universe. Like, that's where he originally was from, and then they're now in Arizona at the moment. Arizona,
Right.
It's a fusion of Arizona and Utah for where Echo is.
His mother, following behind them, is holding his paw.
Oh.
Looking back, he can't see her clearly, but he knows it's her.
It's okay. A lot of time, it's outside groups coming into the city making trouble.
He even sounds like her, defending the city they both grew up in, despite its problems, despite its streets becoming a stage for the country's culture wars to physically play out. Even while they suffered on the outskirts of what was supposed to be a liberal bastion lit up by the lights of tolerance and welfare, but instead glowing orange from burning cars and flashbangs. And yet, they defended it. Because they both believed in its core principles. Now, though, Cameron looks behind himself, while also looking back. He's taller than she is, and he's reminded just how small she was, how small she'd seemed to him now if she'd survived. He would have saved her too, if she could have held on just a little longer. But how much longer? 4, 5 years? Could she have held on that long? No, not with her habit and the amount she was using. And though Cameron doesn't want to admit it, it was her death. It was her death that spurred him to make the first serious change in his life. His mom wasn't a good mom. All things considered, she shouldn't have ever had children. But how can he judge? She was just 17 years old, excited and in love, living out of a 70s Chevy van, but all of that came to an end when he was born, December 19th.
We got confirmation about his birthday!
Woo!
Alright, so that means that, like, he's almost 3 years younger than me, but he's really just 2. Because I'm March 93, he's December 95. So, yeah.
You hear that, internet? Alan is born on this day, and his social security number is...
Yeah, my social security number is XYZ, QWA, and DJ's social security number stapled in.
ABC 123 456 ZXY.
So okay, we share a birthday month. Yay!
Yay!
I share a birthday month with cute Yodi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Aw.
god! Yay!
Also, December birthdays are always rough, in my opinion, because, like, they
Yeah,
double
because you
up
get
on
overshadowed by
typically.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shush. Shush. But then, I mean, for me, in my case, it was just, hey, you get a more expensive present.
Oh,
Yep.
that's nice. Yeah, that's...
Okay.
Singular, more expensive present because
Yep.
of both.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess per person, really.
Yeah,
But,
I think I actually know at least one person who was born on this.
Yeah, it's funny. One of my friends also was born on Christmas, and they have like a VR chat birthday party celebrating their birthday. And I remember there was a whole Twitch clip of me falling asleep on a couch in VR chat, and them having to wake me up and the other people that were around were stacking cookies on me, and that's funny. I need to find the clip because it was amazing.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go mute myself, but
Nice.
Snuggle me, dude.
Oh, man, poor Cameron. Like, I didn't
Jeez.
even know about his dad.
Then, his abusive, probably schizophrenic father left and committed suicide sometime in the mid-2000s. But for a few months in 1995, his parents truly wanted to make a good life for him. And that feeling from that moment in time overwhelms Cameron. They'd wanted him to be happy, successful, and they truly thought he'd be the one to break the curse of poverty on both their families. And even though they wanted that for him, they especially wanted him to be happy, to have a family life, and a childhood that both were only able to see other kids away from. They tried. But it's the most typical love story for people like them. Because then, like in all those other stories, things break, and then things settle. He'd done the exact same before Devon. She should have taken more precautions. She left him alone in the trailer often, her medications and recreational drugs freely available for him to experiment with while she was at work. He became an addict just like her, and he had come to understand the baggage that comes with that label, that it's not just about a craving or a desire for something. Everyone has that. No, it's about who you are as a person. A liar, a thief, a cheater. Someone willing to do anything to get whatever it is they're addiction demands. Anything to feel good. Whether it's pathetically checking all the coin dispensers in a casino once you've spent your life savings, or pathetically combing through the carpet for whatever drug it is you're starting to come down from. The only thing that saved him from that life and death was his grades. Somehow, through all the substance abuse and neglect, he was a straight-A student, and that's what got him a partial scholarship to the University of Puebla. And that's what got him out of the trailer parks surrounding Bridgetown and into this state's flagship university. A few schools in his own state had better offers, but Puebla was the most prestigious of the schools he got accepted into. A top 100 school with the best-ranked nursing and engineering programs in the region. That, and at the time, Cameron wanted to be far away from Bridgetown, even if that meant the desert. And then he met Devon.
Yippee.
She wasn't a good mom.
Oh, he's crying even more now.
But she was a great person. A wonderful person. And she did the best she could with what she had at the time.
Yeah. So, like, the thing is, I feel really bad for Cameron and obviously his mother as well, because I remember, like, one thing that he explained at the very beginning that still, like, stands out to me. And that is that she realized her son had an addiction as well, and she got literally the thing to help him, like, come back from ODing just for him, because she never did the drugs that he did. She literally had that. She couldn't get him to not be addicted, but she didn't want him dying. She wanted him to live. So she really was trying her best with what she could do. And it's so weird to think about that, because that's so sad.
Yeah.
She'd brought him into a chaotic, unstable life. A life that she saved multiple times, and while he occasionally wished his mother would have just let him die. Now, Cameron is only thankful. While most of his life was tough, the past 5 years have been better than he would have even dared to dream was possible. His life was perfect, up until yesterday, when they got here. Tears run down his face, conflicted by how he should feel, but just knowing that he misses her, that he loves her, that he hopes she is okay, wherever she is. This third person squeezes his paw, reassuring. Cameron squeezes back, and he's comforted by the feeling that for this moment, Seal Dog, it's just him and his mom walking through these mines. She tells him she's proud of him for graduating high school, and she's happy he found Devon. Would she really be proud of him if she knew what he studied? If she was still around?
I would have majored in business administration or something.
What did you major in?
Smile. A gentle voice from behind him, barely audible, and carried on the soft breeze that grows weaker the deeper they go into these tunnels.
Oh, that's so sad. His mom's telling him to smile, and it's probably for multiple reasons, but The biggest one is don't get hit again, sweetie. Oh. Music theory.
What the hell are you supposed to do with that?
I have a change in emotion, just like sad as fuck, and then just the disappointment in his expression, like what the fuck.
Oh, the thing is that,
Smiles and proud
the
of
thing
it.
that you don't know though, there's another joke that I think some of you don't realize, and that is this was actually TJ's nature.
Yes.
No, I didn't major in music theory.
He majored in music education.
Ah,
Slightly
okay.
better. Slightly better.
Music theory. No, yeah, that's why I started. Of all the music theory, like, okay, you've got music ed where maybe, just maybe, might be a job.
Like you might be like a band. or
Then you've got
something like
music
that.
performance, and if you hit it big, you can get a job. And you've got music theory and music history. God bless you. Go ahead. Please hope to dear Lord you get a job in academia.
Yep.
And or you hit it big as a composer. Like, it can happen.
Well, I mean, that was the thing. Don't forget, Cameron did get like an offer for an album, and then he just cracked under the pressure.
Yep.
So like, he wasn't wrong to go for that route. He just couldn't let himself be and avoid letting his anxieties get the best of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, and in general.
What the hell are you doing with that? That's so rude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Brian. Brian's a piece of shit.
Oh no! I'm out.
Well, bye, DJ. Cameron's calling you out and taking your number.
Go into the pyramid scheme
no.
that is teaching people to do music.
Oh no!
DJ, don't forget that both you and Cameron can count to 12.
Oh no!
Teach.
The automatic answer. The one he had prepared for all of his skeptical friends who were going into STEM-related fields.
Doubly rude.
You a teacher?
No, but that was my plan.
That's so rude.
Some plan.
I mean, I'm now thinking about it, and like, I feel like Cameron could actually be a really neat teacher.
I think he could be, yeah.
No, students can just talk. Some students can just call him toothless.
What?
Oh my
Well, okay, well,
gosh.
before he got his tooth knocked out, I think he would have been like the cool teacher or whatever, you know?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Like, I could see him being a fun, like, guitar teacher or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm toothless. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, the thing
No,
is,
that's his band name now.
yeah,
Oh, no.
don't forget, like, he's just missing one tooth now, and, like, he can always, from here on, like, if he doesn't want to tell the real story of how he basically fought off a fucking serial killer if he survives this, he can instead spin that as, like, I gotta do a real nasty bar fight or whatever. Like, he can do
Yeah.
whatever he wants with a missing tooth story.
Yep.
Like I'm sorry. I accidentally like when I was playing an instrument, I accidentally pulled on something and the tooth kind of just came flying out. Like I don't know.
I
It's
got
like,
into,
his guitar.
okay, so
What the hell is he doing with his tooth and a guitar?
I got into a really nasty battle with a tuba player.
yeah. I mean, I played clarinet for a little bit. I remember when trying to put it in my mouth, I accidentally almost chipped off a piece of my tooth trying to get the mouthpiece in. I'm like, oh shit. I mean, that's one way I could think about it. You could just kind of crack it like that, but you know.
Oh yeah, you
something
could
in there.
totally like step wrong with a sousaphone and just bash your teeth in.
Oh, man.
I got
like-
hit with a mallet.
Oh, no. Oh.
Was it
I-
I forgot like mailer something, and they literally use a freaking hammer as a percussive instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't go into any debt, so I had the financial freedom after I graduated.
You know, you're pretty coherent for someone that's on that many shrooms. Most people would lose their minds.
Oh, I am. I definitely am. I don't know. I have more control than I did the first time I tried it.
Shut up, Cam. Shut up, Cam. Shut up, Cam.
In fact, Cameron feels like he's losing his mind. Laughing, even though it makes every part of his body ache.
Xanax is like magic when you're panicking. Anyway, what is it that you do for a living? Did you pay it all? Did it all pay off?
Oh, you piece of shit, Brian.
Yeah. Judging by the tone in Brian's voice, he already knows the answer.
Customer support for Julian?
Sad working for a country that we knew twice. Back
Oh
in
my
the
God.
80s, we used to beat people up for working for companies like that.
Oh my god.
Wow,
Try and
okay,
piece
so
of shit.
now we also know what Japan's referred to here. So, Japan is Julian.
Or
Oh,
no,
is
I
it
think
like-
Julian is a... I think Julian is a Japanese company.
Oh, you're right, it's
Mhm.
probably...
Like Yamaha or something.
Yeah.
You're right, it would be a company.
Cameron is at a loss for words, but only for a moment.
Oh, okay.
Julian, the current market leader, Taiwanese, and the coyote assumes that the bear is certain other country in the same.
Oh, jeez.
No, that's double racist. I love it.
I mean, what would you expect any better from Brian?
No, not at all. I just...
Either way, it's a strange and disturbing aside. But that's just Brian. And sometimes with Brian, it's best for Cameron to just keep his mouth shut and also to keep on smiling.
So, music. You sing?
Cameron wishes the bear would stop asking him questions, making small talk like any of this is a routine part. But the coyote assumes bath salts will make anyone talk.
Kind of?
What do you mean, kinda? Either you sing or you don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, I sing, but I'm not very good.
I mean, you fucking better be if you spend 4 years learning. How about you sing, and I'll decide.
Oh, great.
It's getting harder to keep up the cheerful charade. Cameron senses the cruel, malicious arousal rising.
For those curious, that is our dog snoring.
Oh, I didn't hear the dog. It all canceled out. I heard malicious arousal rising, and then it's cut out after that.
Okay.
Okay. Cameron senses.
I just
Is
said
that-
The only word we
Cameron
hear.
senses.
The only word I heard is senses. That's all.
I heard Cameron
Okay, we're gonna
senses.
try again. 3, 2, 1, action!
It's getting harder to keep up the cheerful charade as Cameron senses the cruel, malicious arousal rising up inside of Brian again. The second dose is making him do more than just talk too much.
Sure. Just gotta think of one to sing. Anything you want to hear? I know a lot of 90s grunge and alternative rock.
Oh no.
Heh, you're a walking, talking stereotype, aren't you? You write your own music?
I definitely tried.
A subtle twitch of annoyance ripples through the air.
You know, one thing that really pisses me off is when someone's acting like an overly humble little bitch. Either you do or you don't. Either you're good at it or you're not. Either you offer something different or you fucking don't. So which the fuck is it?
I do. I can. Just give me a second.
The corners of Cameron's muzzle turned down slightly, his composure almost crumbling. He's doing the best he can under the current circumstances, but he needs help.
Devin, where are you?
Brian's attitude shifts from one extreme to the next, making Cameron feel a sort of emotional. But as long as him from
I
getting
hope so.
hit, or more importantly killed, then he's fine with that. Tentatively, Cameron starts to sing, choosing the song that got him the most attention. The one that was played in moderate rotation at Mountain West colleges, along with a few in the Northwest. A song about his ex, Dylan, about their mutual love and hate for each other, about the abuse they used to hurl at each other. Physical and mental, and finally, about their breakup. His voice is rough and cracked, and while some of it is because he isn't warmed up, it's mostly due to having his throat crushed. Dehydration and screaming doesn't help either. But aside from jolting each time Brian pulls him in a different direction, Cameron finds the melody and rhythm. As he does, he becomes a bit more bold, singing louder until his voice carries through the tunnels. It feels very strange with his swelling muzzle and missing tooth. Brian still says nothing, and Cameron realizes he's listening intently. While this makes the coyote nervous, he knows it's better than the bear being angry, and mainly, he just needs to keep singing. Devin is in the mines with them, and he needs directions. Cameron just wishes it doesn't feel like he's leading Devin to...
Man, this is the build that just does not end.
Yeah, do we need to cut the video at some point, or...?
We got like 30 more minutes to work with.
Okay.
I'll be right back. It'll take long.
Okie doke.
This is the build that doesn't end.
I mean, I love it, but like, oh wow, there's a lot of material.
Aw, you're a pretty girl. I am not talking to my wife, by the way. That would be extremely demeaning.
I thought you were talking to me. I'm kidding.
I mean, I said I wasn't talking to my wife. I didn't preclude you, Alan.
Yeah.
Bleps with intent.
Yeah, pretty.
The pretty bird.
She's been on. She's been like, thank you for the... You can just put it down. We're not recording. Pop open the feet. Yeah, here we go, busting.
I posted pictures of the fox plush. The small little fox plush I have that I use as a stress toy, and then above it since so somebody's going for a little bit, but
I'm actually gonna go ahead and pause this recording real quick, and we'll start a new one.